Hey guys, Lizardly here for Pins Day 1. This project is because my store manager made me the captain of Michael's Cares Awareness Month. And Michael's Cares is a really great organization. I'm pretty sure you can call it that, or at least whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's all about Michael's associates raising money for other Michael's associates. And my store manager was telling me that, was it last year? Could have been a couple years ago, but there was like a huge tornado and it just destroyed a bunch of houses. And Michael's Cares was able to raise a lot of money for the Michael's associates that had lost their houses, to help them because they lost everything. So I don't know if this is specifically for somebody in our store or if we're just raising it to help anybody, but it's a great cause. Like, oh my goodness, so many horrible things happen to people, and yeah, something needs to be done to help them. But I haven't had it approved yet. Like, I haven't asked my store manager yet. Like, hey, would this be a good idea? But I think it would make more sense for me to actually bring one in to show him, like, this is something I could do. I bought these last year, a while back, basically, and what I was planning on doing was going through each of my coworkers. Yeah, I'm going through them. I am just gonna tear them apart. That's really bad. Going up to my coworkers and asking them, oh, hey, what's your favorite character? What's your favorite saying? And stuff like that. And cross-stitching it, putting it on a pin, and then, they can wear it to work. I'm so glad I did not just stab myself. That would have hurt. It was like, and originally I was just gonna do it because I like my coworkers, but because this is a really great program, I was thinking, hey, maybe, they'd pay like $5 or so for it. I don't know. I have no idea. But, so my store manager loves Deadpool. He loves Deadpool. He has a sticker of it on his truck. It's awesome. I love Deadpool, so I'm just saying. He's pretty awesome. But, so I have a really simple pattern. It's just, his mask, and it's a circle, so it'll fit in here. And so, that's one of the ones I'm going to bring. There's another one of Charizard that I'm planning on doing because, if nobody plans on buying them, I gotta make stuff that I'm gonna like. So, I love Deadpool. I love Charizard. I'm also planning on doing Gurr from Invader Zim because, who doesn't love Gurr? He is amazing. Like, yes. Did I have any other ones planned out for today? Not yet. I'm pretty sure I can get at least 3 done today. Unless all of this, like, you'll see at the end of the video what I'm talking about. Is it bleh? But, it'll be a nice start, and hopefully my coworkers will be interested, and yeah, it's all stuff I bought at Michael's, so I could even, hashtag make it Michael's everywhere and get some publicity, but I don't know, whatever. I meant for Michael's, not for me, but whatever, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I don't know what else to add. So, I'm probably going to start on Deadpool just because his only has 3 colors. Potentially 2 if I do, like, a black fabric. Oh, I don't have to stitch in black. If I do a red fabric, oh, I don't have to stitch in red. Or, oh, a white fabric, I don't have to stitch in white. But, most likely I'm going to do white, and then I personally prefer when people do the white stitches because it's dimensional when you don't have a stitch in the middle of a bunch of other stitches, and it just, I don't know, it looks weird to me. So every project I've done where they're like, oh yeah, you're on white fabric, so don't bother with the white stitches, I'm like, sometimes I just go and do it. Other times I'm like, I'm really cheap, I don't want to do that right now. But, yeah. Do you have anything to add, Pearl Pearl? Really? Oh, tipped on over there, didn't ya? If I look like I've been crying, I was watching Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey, and when Sassy falls in the water and she's crying, that always makes me cry. The first time I saw it, when Chance gets all those porcupine needles in him, that made me cry. But now, I'm older and I can tell, it's all just stuck to his face. So if anything, it's just annoying to him. It's not hurting him. So it did make me cry. But, oh my goodness. A part that in my memory didn't make me cry, but did now, I've really got like, sassy, man, sassy! She made me cry! The other one, who counts like this? 1, 2, what? Anyways, the other scene is, when Chance arrives back home at the end of the movie, Sassy gets there, and they're all just like, oh, well, Shadow's really old. And then he pops up and he's limping. Then the boy turns around and they're like, oh, and they're running, and then Shadow is running, and his limp goes away, and he's so excited to be back with his human, and just tears. Like, I was telling my manager, my favorite manager Angela yesterday, like, it is so much easier to make me happy cry than anything else. Like, I know none of those animals die. I know this. But like, tears. He's so old. He probably broke his leg, but it's all for his human. I know that had nothing to do with this, but, in case I look like I've been crying, I was crying. Okay. I'm gonna go work on these, so most likely Deadpool's gonna be first. Hope you guys like Deadpool. And chimichangas. Yeah, I'm gonna just shut up now. I need to go stitch. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I went over to all of the fabric that I have, and the first thing I found was the white, and I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. But then I found this. This is left over from all the Cats for Christmas stuff that I did, and it is the perfect size. So I'm going to use a teeny tiny hoop because I don't have any frames that are small enough, but the hoop will work. So hopefully this will not be too hard for you guys to see. There is just cat hair floating everywhere. Oh man, this is why I'm like this, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go do it. This is what I printed out. I just grabbed any one that I could find from Google and DeviantArt. It is 30 high and 29 wide. So not a perfect circle, but I'm cool with it. Alright, you guys, I can now officially confirm that my store manager has given me the go-ahead for this. So as long as my coworkers are interested, you'll be seeing more of these. I doubt I will get any requests by tomorrow, but I have at least 2 coworkers that like Doctor Who, and I like Doctor Who, so I might work on one of those tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue with the questions. So, we were on 37. What type of music do you listen to? Genre, artists, songs? And I know I talked about genre. I talked about some artists. I don't know if I talked about specific songs or not, but one of the things I wanted to bring up was my mom's high school reunion is coming up, and the girl or woman, excuse me, who is running it posted a question on the Facebook page, and it was, what is your favorite 80s song? And my mom was telling me that everybody was responding with, a bunch of different bands and a bunch of different songs, and, the idea was that you were supposed to pick one. And she asked me, and I just kind of stood there, and I was like, oh my God, Mom, your high school friend is giving me a quarter-life crisis. Like, I was born in 91. I am a 90s kid. But dude, I grew up on 80s music. I grew up on 80s movies. My favorite movie of all time is Clue. Alright? I love Clue. The movie is older than me, and I freaking love it. So, picking a favorite 80s song is like, oh my gosh. I was throwing out a bunch of them. I was like, Jukebox Hero by Foreigner is amazing. Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard is amazing. Almost any song by Garth Brooks or Bon Jovi is amazing. Like, Cherry Pie by Warrant is amazing. Like, there are just so many songs from the 80s that just, no, you can't pick a favorite one. I mean, my mom pointed out, because I asked, I was like, how can you even pick a favorite band from the 80s? My mom looked at me and she's like, Liz, yours is Phil Collins. And I was like, oh, yeah, it probably is, huh? I'm pretty sure I've said it in a video at some point before, but it has gotten to the point, you guys, that starting in, I want to say high school. So my brother was in elementary school, beginning middle school. Anytime Phil Collins or Genesis, where he was frequently a lead singer for Genesis, anytime it plays on the radio, in a store, on my iPod, anything, Chris will be like, oh, it's Genesis! Liz, it's Phil Collins! Like, he has to point it out to me in case, because he has better hearing than me. So a lot of times, I don't hear what's being played. But when somebody points it out to me, I'm like, oh my god, shut up, it's Genesis! Oh my god, I have to hear this! I love Genesis. But, in all honesty, I would probably pick Garth Brooks. I love every single Garth Brooks song I have ever heard, and he has so many songs. Like, so many. Growing up, my favorite by him was The River. Oh my gosh, you guys, The River, that song's so beautiful. Um, Now I actually really like oh my gosh, Baton Rouge. Or it's called Baton Rouge, isn't it? Oh my gosh. My mind just blanked. Oh my gosh, I'm under so much pressure. No one is watching me, but I feel like a million people are. I, whoa, in Baton Rouge. Yeah, it's Baton Rouge. I'm not crazy. I was right. Yeah, I love Baton Rouge. I also love Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up. That was so much fun. I have tried to learn the words, and like I know the words, but I can't get enough breath to say as much as he does, as fast as he does, as long as he does. But I have asthma, so like I have a legitimate excuse. Okay? But anyways, putting all of that aside, do you guys have a favorite 80s song? Like, I am stumped. Quarter life crisis, you guys. uh, to the question, my favorite songs, I love Besides You, but excuse me, Beside You by Mariana's Trench. I was trying to move that S around for whatever reason. It's a beautiful song, completely different from all of their other songs, and I love their music. But Beside You is the first one I heard by them, and I adore it. I've been listening to Walk the Moon, as I've said. My favorite songs by them are probably, I really like Portugal. I really like Jenny. Jenny's got a body just like an hourglass. Oh yeah, love it. It also kind of makes me think of 8675309, which is Jenny. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I like Walk the Moon. I like a lot of their songs. I love Fall Out Boy's The Phoenix. Love that song, you guys. Every single time it comes on my iPod, I just rewind, start it again, start it again, start it again. I love that song. Ugh. My nose is plugged up. Hold on, I need to go blow my nose. This is killing me. Okay, I've just pulled out my iPad because I need to see all of them. I love Avalanche by Walk the Moon, Bad Moon Rising by Morning Ritual, Battleborn by Five Finger Death Punch. I don't think it's actually a song published by them. I think it was a remix done by someone on YouTube. The song You by Five Finger Death Punch is awesome. He cusses a lot, so be aware of that if you guys are gonna go look for it. But I believe it was taken from the beginning portion of House of the Rising Sun. And I just, oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, never be you. Like, it's great. It's great. Obviously, I love Be Our Guest by Beauty and the Beast. I sing that song a lot. I'm sure you guys are so sick and tired of it. I apologize, but I love it. Breath of Life by Florence and the Machine. I just love Florence and the Machine. They're great. Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas.
I have loved that song since long before Supernatural was a twinkle in someone's eye, okay? So when that first season ended and they started playing that song, I was singing right along with it. I'm pretty sure that is an 80s song. I have to look it up now because that's going to be another one added to my group. Carry on my wayward son. Uh I don't know if it'll come up with a year or not. Maybe. But oh my gosh, like that whole disc, the best of Kansas, or that's the one that we have. I don't know. I'm sure that's not the only one that it's on, but that's the one we have. 1996? No, Malmsteen. I don't know who the heck that is. I want Kansas. What the heck? Other recordings of this song. 1976. It's from the 70s. Okay, that one doesn't have to be in the running. That's okay. You know, it won't make my quarter life crisis that much more difficult. Celebrity Status by Marianas Trench is really good too. Come Sail Away by Styx. Ooh, come sail away, come sail away. Sorry, I love these songs. You guys don't understand. The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. I freaking love that song. And I am one of those people that, like, no matter what song you get, if they only cuss one time, that is my favorite part of the song. So, I told you once, you son of a, I'm the best it's ever been. He played, I love that. I mean, he's basically telling the devil to F off. And, like, that is the coolest thing ever, okay? Alright, this kid is awesome. And the censored version is, I'll tell you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best it's ever been. And it just does not sound as good to me. I don't like the sound of son of a gun. Like, a lot of times people go, son of a gun. That makes me giggle because it's like, you just censored yourself. We all know what you wanted to say. But if you straight up just say son of a gun, I'm like, no, you should have said son of a. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss. I am trying. Not always succeeding because I do cuss every once in a while. I love Dragula by Rob Zombie, or Dragula, however you want to pronounce it. I don't care. I love it. It's great. Fight Song by Rachel Platten. I had heard it before I saw it on Pretty Little Liars, but like that just cemented it for me. I love that song. It's a great song. Footloose by Kenny Loggins. Pretty much anything from the Footloose soundtrack is, yeah, that's gonna be some good stuff for me. The Great American Success Story by Alice Cooper. Love that one. A lot of people get the title wrong, but that is the title. Look it up. It is on their discs. It is on the papers that come with the discs. I am not lying. Oh, look at Pearly. She's so cute. Ooh. Heaven's on Fire by Kiss. Love it. The only time I'm okay with someone referring to me as Beth is if they're talking about the Kiss song. Because otherwise, no, don't call me Beth. My name is Elizabeth, or Liz, or Lizzie, or Lizard, or some variation of that. Not Eliza. I don't like that one either. If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher. Love that song. Okay, pretty soon I am actually going to have the audio for me giving Tessna some kisses playing. So enjoy that while I get more songs.
Having fun? Yeah? Hey, buddy. Deadpool just censored your butt. Hello? Dum. I got your tummy. Yes, I do. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you coming back? You were. Deadpool censoring your butt again. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get down. Get low. Oh, baby. Oh. What you doing? Huh? Yeah, buddy.
Oh, oh, you'll rub up against Deadpool and not me, huh? I see. Oh, bless you. Oops, you got your fur on the camera. There we go. Booty. Oh, your booty. Do she got the booty? She do! And Deadpool's back. If You Can't Hang by Sleeping with Sirens. Love that one. And Lonesome Dove by Garth Brooks. I hated that song growing up. Like, I don't know why. I could not stand it. It was too slow. Bleh, I didn't get it. But now that I'm older, I freaking love that song. Invisible Touch by Genesis. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. That one is so good. Land of Confusion by Genesis. I prefer Genesis over Disturbed. It's the one I grew up with. Like, and it's better, okay? It's better. Like, you got Phil Collins singing. Alright, I love me some Phil Collins. We have discussed this. Ooh, Lift Me Up by Five Finger Death Punch. I love that song. They get one of the guys from Judas Priest to sing. Like, so cool. So cool, dude. Oh my gosh. Living Dead Girl by Rob Zombie's good. Love Bites by Def Leppard. Mortal Kombat! My favorite version is the one by Butter Knife Haircuts, but, like, I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. Can't really go wrong with that. One Wild Night by Bon Jovi. I love that song. It's fun. Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. Yeah. Party Hard by Andrew WK. Party Like It's 1999 by Prince. Love it. Playing God by Paramore. I also, what's that song? Like? I don't remember the other one. I've probably already passed it, so it doesn't matter. I have the polka rap on here, you guys. Obviously, I love the polka rap. It's by James D. Train, in parentheses, William, from the Pokemon 2B a Master soundtrack. Yeah, I still own that CD. I have it in my car. I pop it in every once in a while. 'Cause that's how I roll. I'm such a dork. Sidekick by Walk the Moon is really good. Spend Your Money by Walk the Moon is good. Stand By You by Rachel Platten is another really good one. That girl, if she writes her own music, she is amazing, you guys. Stay the Night by Zedd featuring Hayley Williams, which is the lead singer of Paramore. Love her.
Okay, so I was talking about earlier how I don't like to leave stitches undone, but I mean, this shade of red is perfect. And honestly, when you look at his costume, it's mostly red and the black is added on. So that 3D effect looks really cool. I like it. And then he fits perfectly into it. So I just have to, there we go. I just have to decide how I'm going to cut it and how I'm going to put him in there. I might do it similar to how I always did ornaments, which was cut out a piece of, a small piece of cardboard, the exact same circle that I need it to be, wrap the fabric around it, then you get a nice circle. Because if you cut it all the way around, even in here, it could still fray. You never know. Crap always happens. So I need to get a circle. Actually, is one of these... If I get it to be the same size as the back piece, that should be okay. I might need it to be a little bit thinner because obviously the fabric will wrap around it. So, yeah, I will be right back. Not after these messages. I'm going to start fast forwarding it now because I have nothing left to say.
Still Into You by Paramore. That's the other song I was trying to think of. Playing God and Still Into You. I love both of those by Paramore. So good. Taxi Taxi by Cher. Oops, I'm talking. I'm going to have to edit this. Oh well. Third Rock from the Sun by Joe Diffie. Oh my goodness. You guys would not believe how many years it took before I was like, oh, the third rock from the sun. He's referring to Earth. I'm so stupid. Ugly Heart by GRL. That's really good. Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid by Samuel E. Wright. Love it. Voodoo Child by Rogue Traders. Got that one from Doctor Who. What? um, Whiskey in Mind by Christian Kane. Work This Body by Walk the Moon. Love that one. Wrong Side of Heaven by Five Finger Death Punch. Oh my goodness. I cannot watch the music video for that because my dad's a veteran. He's in the military. And oh my gosh. I can't. Oh, here it is. You remix Five Finger Death Punch. So I got it from YouTube. I don't know. I actually really liked the Youngblood song from Gem of the Holograms. I didn't see the movie because I saw the previews and I was like, yeah, that's not the Gem of the Holograms that I grew up with. That looks really weird. They're teenagers and no. No. Gem was like, I don't think she owned the orphanage, but she helped run it. And I'm sorry, like a 16-year-old who's still living with Molly Ringwald, her mom, is not going to be able to do that. I love Molly Ringwald, by the way. That is why I knew her name. I also really like 50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train. Yeah. Okay, I will move on to the next question, but first I need to go edit this because I was talking at one point. Oh my gosh, I'm about to start talking again. So yeah, you guys should go listen to some of these songs. Let me know if you like them. Let me know what songs you like. I'll go listen to them, especially if they're from the 80s.
So, obviously, as you were watching, this this made it too thick for me to fit into here. So, I just chopped it down. I went around every stitch. He's taller than he is wide, so, you know, it's not perfect, but I think it gets the point across, and I think it's pretty clearly Deadpool. So, yeah. I need to go eat something, and then I'm gonna start on the next one. Maybe I'll do Gur next? Well, the reason I did the 30-29 here was to make sure that he would fit into it. So I need to measure them first, because for all I know, they're both too big. So I have to get other patterns, but we'll see. In the meantime, Deadpool! Yeah! Well, guess who came to join us and tell us what her favorite song is? Is that right? Say, meow mix, I want chicken. Meow mix, I want liver. Meow mix, please deliver. Yeah. She says, although I'm not a big fan of Meow Mix. Are you, Tess? No, you're not. You're not a big fan. We get her the natural something or other. It's healthier. What my sister told me, because she worked at a cat hospital for a couple years, was if it's a brightly colored bag, it's probably not very healthy for them. So get one that's duller or not, bright and eye-popping, basically. I don't know if, I cannot say one way or the other, but the one we get is a dark green, and she likes it. She hasn't gained pretty much any weight, so... Oh, she's good. She's good. 38. What cheers you up? Well, Contessa definitely cheers me up. Like, when I was crying while watching Homeward Bound, she just came right up to me and was like, meow, 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 and rubbing up against me. It always makes me feel better. Cross-stitching makes me feel better. If I'm, really upset, just being able to stitch, it helps me relax. And I love doing it. So, getting to do something you love, if you love it, it should make you feel better to work on it. I'm just saying. Because otherwise, I don't know if you actually love it or not. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know these things. I don't psychoanalyze people. I don't know. Whatever. What else cheers me up? A good TV show. A good song. There's people. Nice people, specifically. Probably nice people that I already know. Sometimes strangers make me feel better, but sometimes they just... What? People are weird. Okay, 39. What do you constantly think about that either makes you sad or just anything? What? Either makes you sad or just... Makes me what? Makes me... Something I constantly think about that makes me feel anything? I constantly think about...
I don't think there's anything I constantly think about. I mean, you have to think about other things every once in a while. How can you constantly think about anything? Something I think about every day. I think about my cat every day. I think about food every day. Like, but that's like the basics of my life. I don't think that counts. Something I think about every day that makes me sad. I try not to dwell on the sad stuff. Like I've lost a lot of family members and, humans and pets. I don't dwell on it. Like, and if I do think about them, I think, hey, you know what? They're in a better place. They're happy. They're watching over us. They're hanging out. They're doing great stuff. So, if you think about something that makes you sad every single day, stop thinking about it, or find a way to twist it to make yourself happy about it. Something, because that's just depressing. I've already talked about my uncle who killed himself. We don't need to talk about him anymore. Okay? Okay? Happy thoughts. Number 40. Is there something you constantly lose at your hours or anywhere? Is that supposed to be at my house? It says hours. Oh my gosh. BuzzKenya.com. Oh wait, does that mean it's from Africa? Oh, I shouldn't be making fun of their grammar because English may not be their first language. Bad busy. If anybody from work, if you guys ever meet someone from work, I am probably known as the person, the grammar Nazi. Like, we have a paper on the fridge and they wrote that instead of than. And so I pulled out one of my purple post-it notes and I wrote N, and I ripped off the other edges and I stuck it over the T. Like, every single day I came in and I saw that, I would cringe. Like, I don't like grammatical errors. Like, just proofread your work. Proofread your work. I don't always speak properly, but I write very well. Usually. But anyways, is there something you constantly lose at your house or anywhere? Constantly lose? Not really, because generally I put stuff in the same place. Like, if I pull out my car keys, I always put them back in my purse. If I put them in my wallet, not my wallet, in my pocket for a little while, after I pull them out, after I've gotten out of the car, I put them back in my purse. I know a lot of people lose their keys. I don't. I Not really. I mean, there's always times where I'm like, hey, where did I put this? But I'm not constantly looking for it, and I'm not constantly losing it, so I don't think that really counts. Oh, I need to blow my nose again. This is so bad. I woke up at 4 a.m. again, sneezing my brains out, you guys. It has been so windy over here. Oh my goodness. Number 41. Do you have a favorite book or read much? Why or why not? Oh, a favorite book is really hard. So the way I always say is my favorite single book that is not in a series. I love Pride and Prejudice, and I love Battle Royale. Pride and Prejudice is by Jane Austen, and Battle Royale, I read the English translated version, but I love it. I love it. And everybody's always telling me I need to read Hunger Games, and I haven't had time to read much lately. But my favorite book series, I love Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan, and the sequel, like the sequel series. It's a series of 10 books. It's Percy Jackson, all right? It's Percy Jackson. Heroes of Olympus is the second series, but they're all together. They're all connected. It eventually has the same characters. And then my favorite book series, the other one, is the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. Oh my goodness. I recently, it was last year. It wasn't that recent, I guess. But I was listening to the audiobooks for them because I'd already read them. I started reading in 7th grade, and I kept reading, and I eventually caught up. And every year a book came out, I would get it like immediately. But I love that series. Both of those books are like fantasy, action, a little bit of romance, only a little bit. And I love it. I mean, I make up for it by having Pride and Prejudice, one of my favorite books. That is undoubtedly a romance book. But then I also have Battle Royale, which is middle schoolers killing each other. So yeah, I dabble. I dabble in other genres. But if I'm given the time, I read all the time. I read stories all the time. I read fan fiction a lot. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm a fangirl. But when it comes to like reading books, I pulled Divergent out. I have had that book since before the first movie was even announced. Or maybe it was shortly after it was announced. It was before it came out, though. There's even a sticker on it saying, the movie comes out and blah, 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 or whatever. But, and I want to read it. I do, but I've been so busy. I haven't had time. 42. What is the longest you have gone without sleep? Um, let's see. When I was in Germany, not the last time, but the time before that. No, England. I was in England. So I flew from here to England. I was staying there. And then, the night before I was getting on my flight, and because there's like an 8 or 9 hour difference between here and Europe, or at least that area of Europe. Everybody else went to bed because they were staying, but I was coming back to the States. So I stayed up until 5 a.m., I think. 6 a.m. I stayed up all night. I was watching Sailor Moon Stars, which was my least favorite season. It was weird. I don't know. But I stayed up so that when I got on the plane, I could sleep the whole way. Cause what is it? 9, 10 hour flight? Honestly, it's not too bad. The longest flight, excuse me, that I've been on is Japan to the States, because that's 13 or more hours, depending on turbulence and all that other crap. But I stayed up all night so I could sleep on the plane, so that when I got home, it was early in the day, the previous day, so I lost time, or earlier on the same day, because it wasn't Japan, it was Europe. But I stayed up really, really late. And I know that's not crazy to most people. A lot of people have gone like 5, 6 days without sleep. I don't function very well without sleep. I need my sleep. Not my beauty sleep. Whatever. I will go outside without makeup and without doing my hair. I do that like every day basically. But yeah, I need sleep. I don't function well sleepy. I don't. 43. Do you have anyone you go to for advice, in person or online? Not particularly. I know I've asked Tanya. She used to be at my store. She's in another Michael's now. I ask her about her opinion on stuff all the time because she's actually older than my mom, but she's one of my best friends. This woman is spectacular, you guys. And she is one of the nicest, if not the nicest people. One of the nicest people I've ever met, if not the nicest person I've ever met. There we go. I messed up that sentence. See, my grammar, not so good when I'm speaking. But, yeah, not really. I prefer to think things through on my own. Like, if it's something I'm genuinely worried about, my mom, I'll go to anybody, like anybody that I think has experience with it or will have an opinion on it. I'm not that worried. Because, in all honesty, just because somebody else had this experience doesn't mean you will. Like, 44. What is the habit you are proudest of breaking or want to break? Ooh. Proudest of breaking or want to break? Oh, what's a habit I had? I don't know. Is it considered a habit that I used to use knots and cross stitching? I don't know. Whatever. I chose to make the change. It wasn't like a hard thing for me to do. It was more annoying than anything because it's so much easier to use knots. But, habit of breaking. I used to curl my hair, especially when I drank strawberry milk. And it was mostly because I always saw my grandma doing it. And every once in a while, I find myself curling my bangs around my finger. But my bangs are very short. So it's not a problem. If I were still doing that with how long my hair is now, with like 3 feet, that would be bad. But I broke that habit as a child. I don't think I did. I think my mom did. She hated me doing that because I would get really bad knots in my hair and I would whine and cry like a little friggin' baby when she tried to get them out. Yeah. I was a perfect baby. Like, I just slept, pooped, and ate. Like, that's all that I did. I didn't cry. And then I got to, like, the beginning of school and I couldn't spell things. Like, you tell me, cat is spelled C-A-T. Okay, that. Oh, that's spelled T-H-E-T, right? Yeah, I was stupid. Okay? Estúpido. Alright, Charizard's done. Woohoo. He's so cute. So cute. I love Charizard. That means I've got two now. If I don't stab myself. Go. Yeah. Charizard Deadpool. That would actually be a really cool team up, though. I'm just saying. Like, that'd be pretty awesome. I cannot tell if I'm in the shot or oh. Yeah, that doesn't need to be in the shot, does it? There we go. The Gur pattern I found is way too big. It's like 3 times the size of these, so that won't work. And it's 7 o'clock, so I might start on another one. I might not. I don't know. I don't know if I want to make a ton of these before, I know if it's actually going to be a thing that we want to do or not. But, pretty happy with them. Like, I should do them higher so you can see them in this shot. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vote for Deadpool and Charizard. Oh my gosh. Although I have to say, if they ran for president and vice president, as long as he's president, I think I would do it. If Deadpool were, I don't know. There might be a lot of death. I mean, there'd be chimichangas, which are delicious, but death, I don't know. If Cable's around, then I might. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can do another one. I'm not sure. Either I'll start on another one or I'll be signing off and you'll be seeing my first 2 tries at doing an intro. Well, obviously isn't gonna take me 20 minutes to do my intro and failing several times. So, look at that. I'm stitching. What? 45. Is there anything I should know? I'm weird. Very dorky. I smile a lot. I laugh a lot. I talk a lot. I'm possibly too friendly. I don't know. 46. What do you order or not order at a restaurant you have been to or never been to? Okay, well, I never order steak because bleh, and usually I get something that's just cheap. I get like spaghetti or I get chicken. Like, oh my gosh, what's this? Oh, silver nugget? No. Maybe that is it. I don't know. Whatever restaurant my grandma usually takes me to, I I get stuff that I know I'm going to like. So I'll get bacon and eggs. I'll get pancakes. I'll get waffles. I'll get chicken. I've gotten a quesadilla. Oh my god, it was so good. And the best part though, okay, so my grandma is just like as obviously white as I am, if not more so because of how she talks. But and by that I just mean that she's very open, not necessarily that she has like a hick accent or something. She doesn't. um where was I going with that? Oh, when we were there and I ordered the quesadilla, we had a Mexican waiter and when I said I wanted a quesadilla, he looked at me and he kind of laughed, he kind of chuckled. He took our order and he left, and my grandma was just like, "Well, why was he laughing at you?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "No, he wasn't necessarily laughing at me. He was laughing at the fact that I'm obviously a white chick and I'm getting what is essentially a Mexican dish. A quesadilla is not American, so, usually you don't get white people ordering Mexican things with a good accent. At the very least, it could have been my accent. Because I'm sure there are plenty of people. Can I get a quesadilla? I want a quesadilla. Or quesadilla? I need to spell it out so I can see. Quesadilla. Yeah, L's. Quesadilla? Can I get a quesadilla? Oh my god. I guarantee you there are people that pronounce it that way. Oh, that would be so embarrassing. Oh no. Ooh. I love pizza too. Pizza's good. 47. What is your favorite word? Least favorite. My favorite word is whippersnapper. That is like the most fun word for me to say. Get off my lawn, you whippersnapper. I love it. I also love the word awesome. You know, you're filled with awe. I love it. Least favorite. Posthumous. Oh my god, I was gonna say it wrong again. Posthumously. Good God, Elizabeth. I tried to say post-Hugh again. Obviously, posthumously is my least favorite word because I cannot pronounce it my first try. I can't. I always try to say post. That is the prefix. Post. That is really weird because post is like an afterword. Like when you have PS, it's postscript. It comes after the rest of your script. Post means after, basically. And it's the prefix in the word posthumously. So it's at the start of the word. That is so weird. I feel like I just had an existential crisis and it was very weird. I spent a lot of time thinking about my least favorite word. Unnecessarily too. Like that pertained to nothing. Absolutely nothing. 48. Describe something that's happened to you for which had no explanation. Is this trying to ask if I've like interacted with aliens or ghosts or something? Like, I know a lot of other people believe in ghosts, but I don't. Like, I don't. Oh, it's there. That howling noise is so scary. Yeah, that's the wind, honey. That's what you heard. Oh, it something got really cold in here. Yeah, cold spots just happen. Heat kind of tends to rise. So, like, I don't. And it's not because I think the people who do believe are stupid. I lack that belief. It's like some people don't believe in an afterlife. It's not because they're stupid, it's because they don't believe that. So, it's what is it? Science versus religion and all that. So, it's whatever. If you believe in ghosts, this is not me telling you you should not believe or that you are stupid. No, you go ahead, you keep on believing in ghosts. But if you take me to a house that you believe is haunted, and people start jumping out and scaring me, I am going to know that it is real people and not ghosts, and I will not be afraid anymore. Although I'm kind of terrified of haunted houses. Like, I just, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Every Halloween, I get at least like one friend that's like, oh, hey, we should go do this. And I'm like, no, Lizard does not do haunted houses. That is just a hard no. Hard no. 49. What did you do for your latest birthday? I went to work where, like, I think one person, no, nobody remembered it was my birthday. I had to remind people, and then they told me happy birthday. Yeah, I think. I don't know. My family and we celebrated it early. I think it was the night before, the day before, a couple days before, because a lot of my family was going to be gone for my birthday or busy and, working. So, I opened all my presents early. That's always fun. We had my cake early. It was delicious. It was marble cake. Yeah, delicious. So, yeah, nothing exciting. I turned 25. Like, I've hit all the big milestones already. And I've already had my quarter life crisis, so, I'm set until my midlife crisis. 50. What holidays do you celebrate? Are you a religious person or not? Well, we've already established I'm not very religious. There isn't any, like, particular religion that I identify with. I believe in an afterlife. I believe in some kind of godlike entity, stuff like that, but specifics, no. So what holidays do you celebrate? So we have New Year's, uh, Valentine's Day, if you can consider that a holiday. I don't know. Does it only want religious ones? Like, we do Easter, but we don't go like, oh yes, this is when Jesus was born. We go, oh hey, let's color some eggs. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, nothing to do with religion on that one. And then Christmas is all about Santa giving us gifts. It's not a religious one for us either. But I mean, we also do Thanksgiving, Halloween, Veterans Day, President's Day, stuff like that. 51. If you had to be named after a city, state, or country, etc., which would you want it to be? I've met people named Virginia, and it seems perfectly normal to name people that now. And then, because I did know Spanish, having a name end in A just makes it seem prettier to me. It's more feminine. Um, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Did I get all 50? Virginia was my favorite out of all of those 50 listed. So if I had to go with a state, I would go with Virginia. A city. I don't really know cities very well, so no. Like, I just keep thinking Los Angeles. I don't want to be known as, like, those angels or whatever. Like, whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know. No. Country. Okay, I would love to be like, United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. But that's the only part that I know. I don't know the rest of it. Oh, sorry. For anybody that is curious, the 50 states I sang, that's called 50 Nifty United States, from 13 original colonies. Shout 'em, scout 'em, tell all about 'em, one by one, till we're given a day to every state in the USA. So, sorry, I know, I'm so horrible. And then the countries one is from Animaniacs. It's sung by the brother Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. It's sung by Yakko. And that guy, he still sings the song live. Like, if you see him at a convention and he's one of the speakers, he will do it. And it is, oh my goodness. I've only seen videos, but they still just blow my mind. It's amazing because there's so many countries and they update it. Like, they've countries have combined. There have been new countries. They add them, they subtract them. It's spectacular. I definitely recommend you guys go look it up. It's, what is it? Yakko's Modern... Oh my gosh, I'm trying to come up with the Wacko's Modern Life. That is a TV show, and I'm not even saying it right. Yakko's Countries of the World? Is that what that's called? I don't know. I have to Google it now. I'm so sorry. Yakko's World. It's just called Yakko's World. And then Someone's Modern Life. Oh my gosh. This is killing me, you guys. What it's not coming up. Someone's Modern Life. Oh my gosh, this is killing me. It was from the 90s. I watched it. It was so weird. Oh my goodness. I'm sure plenty of people are shouting it out at me. Rocco's Modern Life. There we go. Okay. Yay! We're doomed. Oh, you guys. I love Gur so much. How cute is he? He's so cute. He's the cutest. Oh. If I can. Oh, yeah. Got 3 done in one day. I really hope people want me to do these, because this was so much fun. Like, granted, I'm sure there will be, if it happens, I'm sure there will be plenty of characters I am not familiar with, and plenty of quotes where I'm like, what the heck does that mean? So, maybe I'll do a Doctor Who one. I know I have 2 coworkers that like Doctor Who. I'm the 3rd one. I was gonna say I'm one of them, but no, I know 2. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. There are 3 completely different fandoms. And I love all of them. I have absolutely no idea how long it has taken me to get. I'm doing it again. It's my intro all over again. I'm gonna go see how long these took me. I will be right back. I had totally forgotten about already talking about the fact that I have 2 coworkers that like Doctor Who. So apparently it's like fate that I should do a Doctor Who one next. But in cooler news, so I wore all 3 of them to work today. But in particular was this guy, because gotta catch 'em all. But Charmander sucks. Let me get my other foot up here. As long as I don't hit my laptop. Charmander sucks! Like, I'm not gonna do that one. But, you know, I'm a bit flexible. Yeah. That had nothing to do with anything. I apologize for repeating myself, so hopefully this made up for it and was a little bit entertaining. Or not, you know, this is a really long video. I apologize. Okay, so it looks like it took me 5 hours and 5 minutes to do all 3 of them. I am far too lazy to go and delete videos in order to find out how much it took me to do each one. Like, so 60, no, 6 times 5 is 30, so 300 minutes. So it took me about an hour and 40 minutes for each. Is that right? I don't know if I did that right. I have to check now. I have no idea. Oh my god. 60 times 5 hours. I'm rounding down to 5 hours. So that's 300 minutes divided by 3 is 100 minutes per each. So an hour and 40 minutes. 6, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, an hour and 40 minutes for each. Oh, yeah. Did that in my head. My mom was on her Facebook yesterday, and it was a video of a guy. She had the sound completely off because other people were in bed, but the 2 of us were awake. And but the guy had written out all the instructions for it, so it was all good. And it started with, "Do you think you're good at math? Choose a number between 1 to 9 if you're really good at math, you know, or 1 to 10." I think it was 1 to 10. And he said, you know, 1 is if you're not good at math, and 10 is if you're really good at math. And I was like, okay, you know, this is a magic trick. And Mom was like, what? And I was like, yeah, these things, they're always magic tricks. Never fails. Turns out it was. And I decided to go with 8. And I followed all the instructions, and I did it all. I still use my fingers to count and multiply and all that. And it was 9, and then you had to multiply it by... No, I had 8. I had 8. Then you have to multiply it by 3, so I had 24. And then you have to multiply it by 3 again, I think? Yeah, I think that's what it was. And I did 24. Like, I literally did 24 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, 7, 72. Like, I can't just, like, when it's not easy numbers, like 300. So I was like, I have to visualize it in some way. And personally, it's much easier for me to actually just write it down. But I did it all in my head, and I did it correctly. So I was like, I should have chosen 10, because clearly I know my stuff. Also, I knew it was magic tricks, so no idea what that had to do with anything. But yeah, so it took me almost 2 hours to do each one. So I think with given a month of time, I could definitely get a lot of these done. For right now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left, but I can buy more. Oh, well, I guess if anybody wants to see what they are, they're plastic buttons. It's not focusing. It's still focused on me. There we go. Plastic buttons. I call them pins, but like whatever. They're from Creatology. I'm pretty sure we still sell them. In my store, they're on aisle 52. I'm never in kids anymore though, so like I could be wrong. I don't know the specifics of every single item, but I'm not even at work today and I'm thinking about where items are in the store. Okay, so Deadpool, Charizard, Grr. I almost said Zim. I mean, he's from Invader Zim, but he is not Zim. He is the cutest part of Invader Zim. The fan feels so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is already 9:47 p.m. Unfortunately, that means I'm not going to have time to do the narration. But I'm what, 9 to 3 tomorrow? 9 to 1 tomorrow. So I'll get home and do the narration. I think the next video to go up is Magnificent Wizard Day 51. So yeah, if you haven't seen that one yet, you know, that is impossible. What am I talking about? There is no way I'm going to publish this before Magnificent Wizard Day 51. I haven't even saved it yet. What? Okay, if you think back to when you saw Magnificent Wizard Day 51, that is the timeline I am on. I'm ahead of you, basically. As if that weren't completely obvious. You know, I'm not doing this live. Oh my god, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoy my outro, which is just me trying to do my intro, because it has been a day for me. It has been a day. I feel like I'm like traumatized or something. Like that's how I'm acting. It's just like I can't function. I can't. Yeah. I need to get pictures of these so I can put them on Instagram and show everybody. Then I'm gonna tag them, make it with Michael's, and I might go back later and tag it Michael's Cares, but I don't know if we're gonna do it or not. But like I'm really enjoying these. So, you know, if there's a particular character you guys like, if they tell me no, we're not gonna do it at work, and you guys still want me to do these, you know, holla at me with some characters you like. And, you know, I'll do the ones that I can. Charizard is kind of like, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Yeah, you can. He's not straight. Bad movie. I need to cut down the bottom a little bit. Where did my gold scissors go? I think we will just go. See if that works. Maybe? That might be good enough. I know, this is really boring. I apologize. I'm trying to put this on backwards. What am I doing? What? But yeah, so if they tell me yes, gosh, I still need to cut it some more because he's still doing that. Yeah. If they tell me yes, assume I may not get to any of the ones you guys ask for. So don't get mad at me, but, you know. I don't want to. Boop. This is what happens when I'm trying to concentrate. I just get super dorky. I'm going to cut off both the sides, too. I am, like, concentrating so hard. Hardcore. Yeah. It's totally what this is. It's not me being a dork. I mean, like, if we do this, I might buy one for myself. Although, since I already paid for all of the materials and the supplies, I'd probably just make one for myself. That's much better. It's still a little, but I think that's just always going to happen because it's not... Whatever. I don't care. I will say every single one of these, the surface is scratched in some way. So if you guys buy them and notice that, and then you go and return it and get a different one, you're probably going to be disappointed. I'm just saying. That's reality. Yay! We're noon! Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna go, and you guys can laugh at how out of it I have been all day, and I'm gonna go to bed.
So like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, Lizard Lee here for Pins Day 1. I was honestly planning on doing Magnificent Wizard today, but I woke up at 4:30 a.m. sneezing and I had such a runny nose and it just, boy, I went through half of my tissue box before I was like, okay, screw this, I'm taking a Claritin. I took one at 5 o'clock. So I was just like allergies for half an hour, like, ugh. And I woke up at about 8 or 9, and my allergies had just come back. And I still haven't taken a second one because I have taken 2 so many times recently. I'm sick of it. I don't know if they gave me, like, Tessa, hush, a lower dosage than they did before or what, but, like, this is driving me bonkers. Blech. Anyways, I don't know for sure if this is going to be a really long project or not, but the idea, or the purpose of this, is my store manager made me the captain of Michael's Awareness Month, and, what did I say? Michael's Awareness Month? What? It's Michael's Cares Awareness Month. I dropped a whole word. Hey Tess, what's up, baby? You gonna make me look less stupid? No, I'm still really stupid. I figured. I need to take that second Claritin, man. Oh my god. Anyways, not that, like, whatever. Michael's Cares is Michael's Associates raising money for other Michael's Associates. Oh my goodness. I love you, baby. I want to pick you up, but I should not do that. What am I doing? Oh my god. I think I'm going to put this at the end so you guys can see, like, how badly I am just, like, I can't even think of a word right now. How much I should not be stitching Magnificent Wizard because I will screw it up and it will be a really short day. Okay, so I'm going to try again from the beginning. You going to help me, Tess? Yeah? Okay. I don't even know what my bangs are doing. Like, I don't care. I got up and I just bleh. Hey guys, Lizard Lee here for... What the hell am I gonna call this? Oh my god, I don't remember what I said before. Pins? Is that what I called it? This is a pin, right? Oh my god. Okay. You got this, Liz. You got this. Hey guys, Lizard Lee here for Pins Day 1.
Do you guys see what I meant by, like, allergies and craziness now? Yeah. I'm just saying, don't be too judgy.